Hi everyone. Welcome to Tell Hello. Got some warriors here. Who's that? That's Shang-Chi. Who's that? That's Wenwu, the Mandarin. Who's that? Oh, that's Razor Fist. Who's that skinny white kid over there with the knuckles that look like Velveeta? Oh, that's Danny Rand, the Immortal Iron Fist. We don't talk about him. He's a massive disappointment. Wouldn't that have been hilarious if it actually happened? Hi, everyone. It's me. I'm a dork. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Hello. And we are talking about, in case they gave it away, a movie. Because movies and TV is what we do here, and it's the latest in the MCU, and that film is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings is co-written and directed by a guy named Destin Daniel Cretton. Now, for those who don't know who that is, I've seen all of his films. I'm a big fan of his work. This is far and away the biggest thing he's ever done. The first movie he did was a little indie, I believe, in 2013, 14 maybe, called Short Term 12, which is excellent. It has the always terrific Brie Larson and Lakeith Stanfield in it. It's a great film about people who kind of run a home for troubled or abused kids. The second movie he did, which I thought was massively underrated, was another movie with Brie Larson called The Glass Castle in 2017. Really great film, based on a true story. And then his last film, 2 years ago, made my best of list. All three of them actually did. This one also had Brie Larson in it, called Just Mercy, which was about the lawyer named Bryan Stevenson, played by Michael B. Jordan. And now he's doing this film, and it's the 25th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, if you don't count the canonized shows and the seemingly adjacent canon other shows from the Marvel TV era. This is the 25th film, and it's set after the events of Avengers Endgame, and it follows a young man by the name of Sean. He goes by the name Sean. He's played by Simu Liu, who I did not know his work. The only thing I know him from is he's on Kim's Convenience. I've never watched it, but I've heard it's fantastic. He was Garbage Boy on the Grandma Backstory episode with Jamie Chung of Awkwafina's Nora from Queens. If you haven't seen that show's hilarious. It's great. Speaking of, he's been a valet with his best friend, a young woman by the name of Katie, played by Awkwafina. And the two of them, who's hilarious as always and terrific as always. But what he hasn't told her is that his real name is Shang-Chi, and that he's after his mother's death, her tragic death, he was basically emotionally abused by his father, a man named Wenwu, aka the inspiration for the false terrorist, the Mandarin. He's played terrifically in this movie by Tony Leung, as was his younger sister. He separated, he spent 10 years, starting when he was an older teenager, out in the world, and now he's forced back when some thugs working for his father attack him on a bus trying to take the pendant his mother had given him. And so now he's on a collision course with his destiny and his inevitable battle with his tyrannical father, as well as maybe his destiny as a future Avenger. Maybe. So, I'm just going to come right out with this. Anyone who knows this channel by now knows I'm a big Marvel fan. I'm and DC fan. I'm a comic book head, Star Wars fan. There have been many. I think that all 25 of these films and all the rest of these, especially the main Disney Plus shows, have been amazing. This might be actually one of the best Marvel movies. I'm not kidding you. I really loved Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And what I loved about it was, when you think of the top tier things, even they don't have some of the stuff this is. This one actually, to me, beyond the representation factor, reminded me a lot of Black Panther. In the sense of not just the fact that it's an Asian American lead, in the way that was an African American lead, and it's made by an Asian filmmaker, but just the fact that not only is the hero interesting, but the villain is great. Like, same with how Killmonger was in Black Panther, and how he was one of the things that kind of, to me, elevated Black Panther to, like, the top tier of Marvel. Same with Wenwu, aka the Mandarin, and I love, this might be light spoilers in this review, but basically, I love how Wenwu refers to the stuff with Trevor Slattery, who is in the movie. I'm just going to say it. He actually has a pretty prominent role. I don't even consider it a spoiler. Ben Kingsley is back. Also, you don't have to see a lot of the Marvel movies. It would help to see Iron Man 3 and the one-shot All Hail the King before seeing this movie. I'd say that was the biggest one. Basically, so many great new characters. I really, much like Black Panther, Shang-Chi also has a pretty badass sister who's absolutely terrific in the film. And there's also some really touching moments. I really love the whole backstory about his father and how he's kind of a sympathetic villain because he just couldn't get over the loss of his wife. I love there's a really moving scene where he's kind of in sort of sparring practice with his aunt, who's played by the amazing Michelle Yeoh, and she's kind of talking to him about what ties him to his mother and his father and how how that can be used for good, and just an amazing faceless like furry butterfly chicken creature named Morris, which was like adorable and hilarious even though it didn't even have eyes. This is kind of all of it. I love this movie. Minor flaws, I guess. Minor flaws, though. I don't even think it's going to knock my score down too much. There was one inconsistency that kind of got on my nerves, and it's not a spoiler. Basically, the Awkwafina character, Katie, who, again, is hilarious in the film. Also, great conversation with her and Ben Kingsley, Planet of the Apes, of all things. But basically, she establishes early on when they're in this kind of cage fighting ring run by his sister, which is where the Abomination from Incredible Hulk and Wong first appear. Like, is in the trailer, it's not a spoiler. When she's in there, they go up to a guy and who's like one of the dudes running the club. He has like kind of crazy hair, and he talks in Chinese. And she goes, "Oh, I don't speak Chinese very well." And he goes, "Oh, okay, cool." And he starts speaking English. As the movie goes on, especially in the climax, she suddenly can understand everything people are saying when they're speaking fluent Chinese later in the movie, and they never explain why. It really kind of got on my nerves. I'm like, okay, so it's just a little thing. The other thing is, I am getting kind of tired of Marvel movies now, Marvel movies at this point, unless they're like something like Captain Marvel, where it's like a decades before, they really have no excuse for anybody to be amazed about what's going on anymore. They live in a universe where a freaking grimace-looking dude snapped his finger and like wiped out trillions of life forms in the universe, and then they came back, and where a dude came out of the sky with a magic hammer from another planet, like in an alternate planet, like. Nothing should surprise anybody anymore. Like, really, they shouldn't. So that was kind of odd that there was a lot of scenes of people going, like, how is that even possible? I'm like, you live in the Marvel Universe. Like, that's something. But aside from that, those aren't even that big of a deal for me. They're not enough for me to get off the high I was. This is a story that was surprisingly moving, and even the final battle, it was more about the emotional stakes than it was the action, although the action was still spectacular. Look, I'm not going to go harp too much more in here. I think I'm going to have to do it, you guys. This was really good. I know, 2021, you cruel mistress, but, you see my finger gun, you see it, bang, 5 stars, I promise you I'm not doing this on purpose, this movie never went down for me. My personal scale is, every movie starts at 5 and stays or goes down, depending on, never really went down for me, and even when it started to, it went right back up. I love this movie. Destiny No Cretin is great. He has not made it, to me, a bad film yet. Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings is 5 out of 5 stars. Damn. Trailer trash. We had a few. Some very interesting ones. Let's close the book on the movie, 5 out of 5 stars. Trailer trash. Jackass Forever, which I guess is now going to come out in February. I'm a little disappointed, going to be honest, but I'll be there. I'll be there. This is a weird... The Protege! I saw this 2 weeks ago. You know how long ago I saw this? It's not even playing at my theater anymore. That's very strange. Venom, knock knock, let the devil in, Let There Be Carnage, yeah, it's the same trailer we've been getting, it looks really good, I'm getting kind of sick of it though. This is the cool one, and this is apparently an IMAX exclusive, Ghost in the Shell, yeah, not the Scarlett Johansson one, like the original anime film, the iconic anime, it's coming back to IMAX theaters. I might have another anniversary, review for you guys. Hell yes, let's go. Ghost in the Shell, hell yeah. And then finally, Eternals. A new trailer for Eternals looks really freaking cool. I'm really excited. I love that it's Chloe Zhao. It looks very much like her type of film. I mean, without the non-actors, of course, but it looks like one of her kind of film. And just an amazing cast. I did think it was kind of funny. I don't know, like, dick about Game of Thrones, but I did think it was kind of funny because Kit Harington is in it, apparently, according to this trailer. And there's a part where he's supposed to be like the human way into the Eternals. I was like, you know nothing, Jones. Apparently also Gemma Chan is not playing her character from Captain Marvel. That's the other thing too, is that Michelle Yeoh is in this. She's not playing her character from Guardians 2 either. It's kind of weird because they've been starting to do that where they first kind of did with, what was it, Alfre Woodard, where she played, Mariah on Luke Cage, and then also played that woman whose son died in Civil War, and they're totally different characters. And then, speaking of Luke Cage, Cottonmouth, Mahershala Ali, my boy Mahershala, who played Cottonmouth on Luke Cage, is now playing Blade, and it's like, are they just like reusing actors? Or are these variants? There you go. Also, I think Destin Daniel Cretton, if they ever do reboot Iron Fist properly with an actual Asian guy in it, Destin Daniel Cretton would be awesome. See, since Snake Eyes bombed, then Henry Golding can be Danny Rand. Hell yeah. That'd be awesome. Okay. And was there, shawarma? Yeah, of course there was. There was I don't know if I want to get into it. All I'll say this is, I had a thought. This is the first Destin Daniel Cretton movie without Brie Larson in it. And then the credits are like, oh. Hint, hint. There's a scene during the credits. There is a scene after that, I don't really want to get into. I might do a spoiler talk sometime next week, maybe. But in the meantime, yeah. Because I gotta watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, but yeah, there is, during and after the credits, so stick around. Absolutely. Some people were still leaving. I'm like, why are you leaving? It's a Marvel movie. Okay. So, that's it. That's it. 5 stars for Shang-Chi. It's awesome. Alright, we will be back, actually later tonight. I'm just gonna do it. It's actually not that long. I think it's like something like 68 minutes. I'm going to be watching and reviewing when it drops, or shortly thereafter, Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever, the Disney Plus film. I will be checking that out and reviewing it for the channel. Tomorrow, we will be, talking, a retro review, involving a reissue. I don't know if this is coming to all theaters, but, tomorrow night, I'm gonna be seeing Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone theatrically, not for the first time since then, because I've seen it about 100 times, but first time theatrically in 2 decades, since I was 8 years old, so I'm really excited to, review that for the channel as a 20th anniversary little special review of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Apparently we're getting some bonus extra stuff, which, that's cool. And then tomorrow night we'll also be talking, either tomorrow night or Saturday, we'll be talking Cinderella, with Camila Cabello in it. We will also be talking either Saturday or Sunday. The plan is, to binge and talk about AP Bio Season 4 on Peacock, and then we'll also be talking, Tuesday, I have a special advanced screening in Fathom of the documentary The Alpinist, which is apparently being produced by Alex Honnold of Free Solo fame. That's exciting. And then next week we have, the Christian documentary film Show Me the Father. We also, have, for sure, Malignant, the new film by James Wan. And otherwise, I don't know, man. Also Season 6 of Lucifer. That'll all be next time, and until next time, Grant the Movie and TV Guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. Appreciate you all. I love you all. Class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you want to, give this a like if you wanna, give it a subscribe if you wanna. Click the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, though, as I always say. And if you want to find me elsewhere, I'm on letterboxd.com at Grant the Movie and TV Guy for more reviews, lists, and other fun stuff. And, yeah. Go see Shang-Chi and Legend of Ten Rings. It's freaking awesome. And, thank you all. Take care. Rest in peace, Ed Asner. You're a legend, sir. Take care.